10 times more heavier, yo. Like, extra heavy. Just seen somebody say that, though. They was like, when you start tapping in even more, they gonna increase it. It ain't they. You really got no power, though. That shit kind of weak. It just make you sleepy. But what I did pick up on was, is it's like little words y'all be saying, and they have it documented, so they don't really be knowing. They just be trying to watch the enthusiasm behind what you think you know. And then when you speak on it with enthusiasm, what they do is they increase the turmoil. So you'll hear people say, oh, people coming in my comments saying this or saying that. I remember when I had that for a little while, right? I remember somebody would come into my lives and they would talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, this must be that level. So that's what they do. Like, they'll send certain particular energies at you, you know what I'm saying, on a particular level, just to see how well you are progressed with what you think you know, like whether or not you feel it 100% or you just saying it because you heard somebody else say it. Because they got agents out there that do that, but they don't be knowing who the agent is, because if they knew, then it would mess up the focus. And I know what I'm saying right now. It sounds completely crazy, but a lot of y'all got to share this. Whoever watching, you got to share it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who this gonna help. But it be that type of smoke, yo. Like, it's really about how close you come, how close you come to your particular level of truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I keep telling y'all, been telling y'all for a minute, you got to unlock you. See, they not afraid if you regurgitate shit that you hear other people say. Y'all not, the people who do that, y'all not making no waves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll end up eventually being used as an agent to help them. You know what I'm saying? Because who cares about the relevant? Like, what's relevant, what's easy, the elephant in the room, is easy to see certain things that sound good. So you ain't gonna never make a mark. But it be the people that tap into their particular light stream, like that ray of light, that's really a timeline. That timeline was created for your existence. So it's power within that. If you're able to see that, access it, and start to communicate some of those knowledges that go in particular to what divine created for you. With the Almighty, when the Almighty saw your timeline and it created an existence for you, if you can tap into that, you doing something that the fallen can't see. You know what I'm saying? Because keep in mind, they were stripped of all their energy. They were stripped of everything universal. So they more worried about the ones who tapping into what the timeline divine gave for them. So that means you heading backwards towards that point when you was planted as a light seed. So they know that's where that real viscous, that real thick, that real, you know what I'm saying, that real thick, real energy, that real raw shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when you start circumventing that energy, other things start happening. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep in mind, back in times before time, we didn't speak shit. We didn't even use regular eyesight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of y'all gonna have to go blind for a minute and still be moving with half eyesight. Some people died from that. They went blind for a little bit and wasn't able to access, and then that shit made them sick and they passed away. That's because they was more afraid of going blind than accessing the reason why they couldn't see. Sometimes you can't see because you got to turn on other things. And I remember, like, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I've been walking around blind for a minute. And people don't even know I can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it stopped now, but over, like, the last 8 months, I was blind. I couldn't even see, yo. It was like, shit was like pastel smeared together. And I couldn't see, but I'm moving around by natural aspect. Like, Just knowing where shit is. I'm moving like that, knowing that this is here, this how steps is, this where the silverware is, this how I can see the image of you. So I know how to talk to the image instead of actually seeing you directly. And I would just play it off like I'm just, you know what I'm saying, like blazed or whatever, tired. I was blind. I couldn't see. I even went to the doctor, right? And they was testing my eyes, yo. And it was crazy because the simple shit that I was supposed to see, I couldn't see that shit. And I was like, yo, I can't see. And she knew how blind I was. You know what I'm saying? She knew I was fucking completely blind. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I can't tell nobody I can't see right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still moving like I can see. I'm building shit and all that because I'm doing everything like I know it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the powerful thing. And it was just like about, I give it a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, shit just turned back on. I'm like, yo, I can see. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like that I started being able to see again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that has something to do with the falling too. Like they be trying to hit your sight. They thinking they hitting this sight, the third eye, but they be hitting these. So a lot of y'all ain't even went through that yet. But it's a lot of other abilities you wake up to too. Like in my dreams, it's a lot of things that I already went through already. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I meant by the other day when I was like, I see things first. I experience things first before other people. So that's what's going to happen. Like, and that's what you're going through. Like, don't look at the things that's happening. Focus on the fact that you tapping into your timeline. That's why I kept telling y'all like a year or two ago, like, yo, listen, I can awaken you. I know how to awaken you, or at least put you on your timeline so you can start seeing the things you need to see. But for the most part, a lot of y'all too busy trying to sound good about what you think you discovering. It's more ego. And when you do that, you kind of shooting yourself. You shooting your future self before you get a chance to access the knowledge that you want to really put out. You killing it by being egotistical. You killing it by acting like, oh, this me, this not you. I got views right now and all that. And I'm about to make some bread. I'm in my timeline. I'm about to shine. You killing yourself. Literally, I don't care what you think, that's what you're doing. You're killing your future self by doing that now. The reason why I know is because the divine seen fit to set me apart from a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? When you get in that ego, you kill yourself. You don't even know that ain't even you. That's the influence. That's influence from the fallen ones and their creations putting energy on you to make you not see your purpose, to make you try to focus on something. And keep in mind, I keep telling y'all, only thing that's important is the Almighty. So you may feel like, yo, this is what I need to do. This is a project I want to get into. I gotta focus on this. How is that even important when your purpose was to be a light seed? How is any of that shit important when your purpose? Yo, today my head got bigger. I don't even know how, like, my dome, like, it expanded. I don't even know why. I'm looking in the mirror like, yo, my shit got big, yo. For real, yo, I ain't playing, but mad more things increased, though. So, shit crazy, yo. Like, y'all not gonna understand because y'all gonna keep, it's gonna be, you gonna reach a level of power, and then they gonna increase 2-3 levels of power in front of you. And you gonna think that your thoughts to do one thing is your power telling you to do that, when in fact it's them pulling you back. That's them pulling you back every single time. That shit don't never fail. That's how they move, because they can see you. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see yourself. So since you can't see yourself, you think that's what you got to do. You think that's what you need to be doing. That's how they keep it in the loop, to where you miss the actual point of what it is you're supposed to be doing. So people who be on the stream as close as I'm on the stream, what happens is they make sure none of y'all hear me. For real, only a small few get to tap in, and that's because you got a part in your soul that's pure. You got a part of light in you that's a real twinkle, a real divine spark, and that shit is so strong. it has nothing to do with you particularly. It's just the light that's there. It's a part of your timeline because you were supposed to be able to see past all the things. You got to go back. The last 9 videos I dropped, it's talking a lot of good knowledge. And it's really putting things in perspective. And that ain't nothing but the divine allowing me to step out of something and step into something else. And I'm so finicky about everything right now. Like, I'm so non-trusting of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm so like, I don't care. I'm standing next to the divine. I'm not running from that. And a lot of that's going to be you being tested on if you truly going to stay next to the divine. I'm telling you, yo, it ain't even really about the knowledge. Like, keep in mind, divine is the knowledge. Not has the knowledge. It is the knowledge. The Almighty is all things. So when you thinking you discovering shit, it ain't even about the discovery. Fuck the discovery. Who cares about the knowledge if I'm with what creates it? So as time delegates agenda, yeah, this knowledge is prevalent, but it has nothing to do with being, or it has no standing with being in the same energy as the Almighty. So you got to get to that understanding and stay there. And then divine gonna say, word, you gonna stay here? I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna thump you all the way across the damn universe and see if you stay. I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna knock this off you. I'm gonna knock that off you. I'm gonna see if you hold on tight. Matter of fact, it was 11:33 when I was saying that just now. I'm gonna put you on this universal bull ride. Let this shit start bucking. If it throw you off, and I know you ain't trying to hold on. Yeah, talking right now, but ain't nobody really gonna listen unless you really adapt. Even deeper than that, I just got the L earring. Even deeper than that, they gonna start sending the what, because they know you be watching other shit, so they gonna be sending people out there they know you gonna listen to. They gonna come sharp, sweet, short time. They gonna be like, this what they gonna do, because they need you to trust in something. They need you to come back to the levels of obtainity. Like, if I obtain trust from this person, that might be somebody that I can deal with. That might be a real one. I even seen this shit months ago when I ain't gonna say that, I was about to say the name of their group too. They was like, we are this group and we are this, and the things that you're and they be so accurate about certain shit, but I can tell you what they fall short at. They start telling you what everybody else needs. They start being like, your power is gonna be used for this, and everybody knows what's going on because they're aware of it. Almighty don't give a shit. And people be like, and I'm sorry, yo, people keep saying it ain't about color. It is, yo. It is. It's about color. But it ain't about color in the way you think. Like, everything in the universe, right? Like, if I show y'all the tree, like, look all that. See all that? All that color? Green and brown and, you know, light color. All this. See all that? So the universe, it's a conglomerate of situations. And it's charged by divine power. If I melt all that shit together, it's gonna turn red hot, and then it's gonna cool off and solidify into a color. That shit probably gonna be obsidian. It'll probably be dark. You know what I'm saying? Like that dark, or like glass, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, depending on how much energy hit it, it probably can turn to something else. Who knows? But it's always about color. So imagine making that into a liquid and putting it into the flesh. It's gonna be a color. So if I strip you of everything universal, you're left pale, translucent, with nothing. That's just what it is. So the fallen, they came here lighter than that. They came here like super pale, and it was beast on top of that. Like, they came down here super nasty. No hair color, no nothing. They was just like stripped of everything. They was like stripped, like fingernail polish remover stripped. And they was walking on all fours. So all them stories, they like, oh, the angels came down here to take women for themselves. That ain't what happened, yo. That's how they romanticize they trauma that they went through. They trying to make it seem a certain way, so they could have you be inducted to the value, like, oh, at least I can get some booty. Nah, I ain't got one thing, got nothing to do with the next. A beast is a beast at the end of the day. A beast of their burden. So When they fell down and they came down, they were stuck with that particular type of energy. And since they were stuck with that particular type of energy, they had to relearn a lot of things that get them on an equal playing field, like eye to eye with the divine beings. We standing upright. We light seeds. You know what I'm saying? Don't need nothing from the earth because we about to become a light source. They made it to where the earth was going to be resources that you would have to focus on other than divine. So even if it appears to be good in some form, like being healthy, being in shape, falling in love, doing it right, raising your kids, all these different things, you would focus on that more than you would focus on the fact why you was here in the first place. You know what I'm saying? We was never supposed to be procreators. We was brought low like this, like a seed. Like even if I plant a seed, right? It's some seeds that are in a hard ass shell, like a peach seed. It's a peach seed is in a hard shell. You gotta like crack it open and take it out, and then it looks like an almond on the inside. Smells like one too. But you gotta crack that hard shell just to get it out. And once you get it out of that shell, then you can grow it. You can procreate it. Once you get it to a certain size, you can get it to give life to where it'll make more. Now keep in mind, it's something me and a homeboy of mine was talking about a couple weeks ago. The Chinese people, right? They'll take a watermelon vine and they'll take like a squash vine or the root from the squash, like when it first come up, and they'll attach it to a watermelon. So now the watermelon got two hearts. It got its root system that it feeds, and it got the squash rooting system. So now it's pumping into the watermelon. So now the watermelon don't need no seeds. You know why? Because it has two hearts. So it comes out seedless. It don't, you know what I'm saying? Because its survival rate is through the roof. It's probably built with two hearts now the way it can last through the winters. Who knows? What if I attach 3 to them? It ain't gonna never produce another seed, right? Think about it like that. So with that understanding, you can strengthen yourself in certain ways, right? If I'm growing a plant, right? Certain plants, if they're in a stressful environment, they will produce seeds so they can do what? They can assure their genetics to continue on. So this what happened to the light seed. It got stripped of its protection around it. It got stripped of everything that it was. And it's just left with the meat. So now, to ensure the fact that we may get an opportunity to grow as a light seed, we give birth. We give birth to seeds. And then we trying to protect them so they grow right. So then, you know what I'm saying? So that's where all that compassion comes from. I got to raise my kids. I got to do it right. You know what I'm saying? That's where that comes from in the heart. That's because they tamper with the process. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't know nothing about nothing. Period. You don't even know why you attracted to shit. You don't know what that is. You just think it's a natural thing. Nah, it's a dilution. It's a breakdown. It's because you wasn't able to sustain yourself, and they came out here to bring havoc. You know what I'm saying? They came out here because they were stripped of everything. So since they were stripped of everything, they like, yo, we're going to make it hard for you to be that type of seed. So the power is connecting with the right source, so therefore you can illuminate and grow to that real, you know what I'm saying, that real seed. So then that real seed can shine. I ain't gonna hold you. Just trying to show you something. Naga the wise.